Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Prime Sports, episode 16. Today, we're going to be talking about the Euros, group draw, predictions, all that stuff. I'm Andre, and we got Nico on the other side.
Hello, everyone. Back again with episode 16. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, and yeah, I guess we'll go through group by group, talk about what we think, share our opinions, obviously, and it might get nasty.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd grab your popcorn for this one and just sit back and get ready.
All right, lad, you want to start us off?
Yeah, so as everyone probably saw on Saturday, I believe, we had the Euros draw for the summer's competition. And yeah, we got some interesting groups. Do you want me to just like list off the all the groups
Let's go. Let's do each like one by
or
one group
talk
and
about each group?
yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay. So the group A is Germany, Hungary, Scotland, and Switzerland, and Germany is hosting the competition. So,
Mhm.
what do you think about that for Germany? Do you think it's possible to get out of that group?
Yeah, first I'll say I'm happy that it's only a one host nation.
Yeah, I
Unlike
like that.
unlike
Yeah.
nowadays it's like 35 different nations hosting tournaments. Like
Yeah.
what's the Euro after this? Do you know? Or
I
the
don't
World
know,
Cup?
but they're talking about doing like Italy, Spain, and like a few other countries like all together.
Yeah.
They want to do like a Mediterranean type of thing.
Anyway, I appreciate that they're doing it in one location.
Yeah.
This group, I don't know. I think it's kind of undercover tough. Even
Hmm.
though all of these
It
countries
is.
may seem like Scotland, Hungary, they may seem like low-key nations, Switzerland, not like a super giant, but also I think of Germany and their last like few tournaments and their success, and they haven't been that impressive.
Hmm.
Like I think they got knocked out of their group last year in the World Cup, or not last year, but in the last competition, the World Cup. I think they were knocked out because Japan and Spain went through in that crazy group.
Yep.
So there's that, and then the World Cup before that, I think South Korea knocked them out, and the 2020 Euros, I think they also didn't make it out their group, and if they did, they were out of the first round. So I'm maybe they're different this year. I don't know. Their team, I don't think changed that much apart from Musiala getting better. I think apart from that, pretty similar of a team. Um, it's not a walk in the park for Germany. I'll say that.
Yeah, I don't think it's a walk in the park either. I think it's gonna be one of the closest groups in the tournament. There's like two or three that are also pretty damn close
Mhm.
in terms of like the strength of the teams in the group. But I think why are you smiling?
Because I'm just thinking about what we're gonna get to later.
Yeah. But there it's definitely one of like the two or three that are gonna be the closest.
Yeah.
And I think if Germany, you know, show up with a good mentality and not like what we've seen in the last few years, then it's definitely possible for them to win the group and get through
Hmm.
because they do have the quality players for it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they have the quality. For some reason, they just haven't been executing it. Maybe now with the new coach, we'll see. Nigel's been, but I
yeah,
think once he got in, they weren't winning many qualifying games. So, or
no.
sorry, not qualifying because they're the host nation, international friendly.
Hmm.
Um, Another thing I'll say, Scotland and Hungary, we talked about the group being close because Germany aren't as much of a giant as they were, but also these other teams, they're not that bad, dude.
No,
Hungary have Szoboszlai, right? And
not
I think
just him. They have a few other players too.
yeah,
So
a couple other guys. And Scotland have McTominay. I think he was like one of the leading scorers in Euro qualifying, and Robertson as well.
yeah.
Um, and they have a couple of nice strikers. So yeah.
And then don't underestimate Switzerland. Like they've always
Oh
been that
yeah,
team that
always around.
they always gave a hard time to the big teams in all these competitions. So like I would not underestimate Switzerland taking a few points off Germany.
And not just in like Euro, like in the World Cup, they're getting out of their group. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
expect something from them. All right.
So yeah, I'd say that that group is definitely possible for Germany to get through, but
Yeah. Maybe
it's
as the
gonna
host nation, that'll help them get through.
yeah, it's
We'll
gonna
see.
take some work. I think that one is really one group to keep an eye on.
Mhm.
And then do you want me to introduce the next group? All
Yes,
right.
please.
So we got Group B, Albania, Croatia, Italy, and Spain. Now, me and you had a discussion yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, about about how this group might go.
Group of death.
So everyone is claiming it to be the group of death, and like if you look at the group on paper, I understand why you would say that because you look at Spain, Italy,
I
Croatia,
say this group and one other group could be called the group of death.
but in reality, and obviously anything can go differently, but I'm just in my head, I'm thinking, okay, Spain, they're good. Like they're really good. So it's gonna be hard for us to get through Spain. And historically, Spain have always been kind of like a rival team to us, so that game is gonna be huge.
4-0 in the Euro finals.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, big game there. I don't know if we're gonna be able to take any points off of them, but we'll see. But now the other two teams, Croatia and Albania. I'm just gonna get Albania out of the way.
Yeah, just forget about
They're
Albania.
they're
No
good.
offense.
They're a good little team.
They had a nice
No offense to
qualifying.
them. Yeah, but I don't think they're as strong as Italy. Just simple as that. They don't
No,
have
that's
the
fair.
same quality players. And now we look at Croatia, and yes, they did get far in the World Cup. Yes, they usually get far in these competitions. But as the years keep going on, I start to notice that they're not producing as much talent. Yeah, they have Guardiol and all the other old players, but who are like the new players that they have?
It's not really
Like
Vardiol is pretty much their fresh young guy. But I don't know, all these
I've
players
noticed,
they've been around, but they're consistent.
I've noticed in every competition, yeah, they're getting far, but they're not playing as good. Like I remember in what was it?
The World
2000,
Cup, we were shaming them how they were always trying to take it the pens and
yeah,
you
and
know,
also 20 what was it 2018 the World Cup
yeah, in Russia where they
in
went to the
Russia.
final.
When they went to the final, they looked good. They looked good. So but I noticed a huge difference between that team and last year's World Cup team.
You're saying they're getting like a little slower
I feel like they're
each
getting
time.
slower, they're getting older, Modric can't keep carrying them every year.
Hmm.
And I think they're not as big of a threat as the team that was in 2018. And I think even the 2023 team or 2022, sorry, team could have been beaten by Italy or Spain. So I don't know. They faced Brazil. They knocked out Brazil, right?
Yeah.
To get to the semis.
Yep. And they were leading that game, and Neymar tied it with like in like the last 5 minutes or something.
Yeah. So that was pretty impressive. I'll give them that. Like knocking off Brazil. Like Brazil's a huge team, but also Brazil has a history of underachieving in these competitions.
Probably
But
because of their expectations every single time.
yeah, but but I think they're not as big as they were in 2018, and I don't think they're as big of a threat. I think Italy has improved a lot since the last Euros that we won. Even though yes, we didn't qualify for the World Cup, and like I just noticed a difference in the way we play. Leave
With
alone
Spalletti.
yeah, like leave alone the results and everything, but the last few months that Spalletti's been with Italy, even though we barely made it into the Euros and we had to rely on the final game of qualifying. I just noticed the way we play, it's a lot better. And if you put Mancini's team up against Ukraine, I think they would have lost that game and they wouldn't have qualified.
Interesting. So I'll say this. My whole argument was because you said it's an easy group, no problem. That's when I that's
Okay,
when I
maybe
wasn't okay
maybe
with
I
it.
was just overreacting, but I'll tell you this, I don't think it's the group of death.
I think it is. But everything you said makes a lot of sense because it's true. Like while Croatia, they're still a great team. Like they still got
Yeah.
great players. There's no denying that. But you're right, they're getting a little bit older. Um, even players like Brozovic who had big roles. Um, even as close as last season on Inter, but now he's moved to Saudi, so who knows what he'll bring. I'm sure he's still great, but obviously difference in competition.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, you mentioned Modric, he's getting older. Perisic is getting older. All these players are great players, like in terms of class. Um, we'll see what their fitness is like, but definitely not an easy group, I'll say.
Mhm.
But everything you said makes sense. And Italy with their new coach, they got a different style now. They're not, the pushovers that they were probably. Um, and Spain, we didn't talk about Spain that much. I feel like they kind of disappointed a little bit in the World Cup against Morocco.
Mhm.
What do you think?
They I thought Spain was gonna win the whole thing. In the group stages, I really thought they were gonna win the whole thing. They were playing the best football.
They won their first game like 7-1 or something.
Yeah. But not just that, like they were playing the best football. I noticed it was like fast pace, like tiki taka, like back and forth. It was like so good. And I watched every single one of their games because I loved watching their games. And and then they kind of just disappointed later on, and I was really disappointed by that
Yeah.
because I don't know what happened.
Maybe it was their youth,
Maybe the
unexperience.
experience,
Yeah,
maybe like as the pressure kept building later on, they kind of got scared a little.
maybe.
But
Then they'll be
yeah,
better this time.
yeah, exactly. That just builds your experience. So that's also why I'm worried about Spain this year.
Regardless of what we think, it's gonna be a great group to watch.
Oh yeah,
Like
I'm
even
so excited.
Albania might upset like Croatia or get a draw against Italy
Yeah,
with Broha. I think they have
yeah,
Chelsea
yeah.
striker. Other than that, I have no idea who they have. But
That's the first game of the group. I think Italy's playing first. I think it's Italy, Albania, and then Spain, Croatia, which is gonna be crazy.
I'm gonna say this group and Group D, we'll get to later, are probably gonna carry the Euros. At least the group stage portion of it, because all the
Mhm.
other groups are kind of like, uh,
I don't know about you, but this is getting me so excited for this
yeah.
summer. I'm like, I don't think I've been this hyped about a competition
Well, you
in a
have
long
every
time.
right to be because you guys are back,
Yeah,
defending champs,
yeah.
new
No,
coach.
that yes, all that, but also just looking at all the teams that qualified this year,
A lot of
like
new teams that we've never seen like
yeah,
often.
but at the same time, a lot of teams that should be there. I feel like in the past, we got a lot of upsets and a lot of big teams weren't able to qualify. So I think this year it's like we got like all pretty much all the big teams there except like Poland, I think.
They're in
And
a playoff.
oh, they're in the playoffs?
Yeah, I
Okay.
have I have the playoff teams written down, so when we get to them, I'll read
Okay.
them out.
Hopefully Poland gets through as well because
Yeah,
they're a great team to watch too.
Lewandowski.
Yeah. And who else are the teams that didn't make it?
Here, I'll read some of
Ukraine.
them. Yeah,
Ukraine
Ukraine's one
is
of
in the
them.
playoffs.
Greece, we haven't seen it in an international competition in a very long time. They used to be pretty decent.
Hmm.
Um, who else we got here? Wales, couple nice
Wales.
players
Yeah.
there. Finland, other than that, a bunch of pushovers. Georgia, I don't know.
Yeah.
Kvaratskhelia can make an appearance.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that covers it for that group. And yeah, I
Yeah,
just wanted to reiterate that
we
yeah,
can both agree it'll be a nice, entertaining group.
oh yeah.
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 All right, lads. Next up.
Okay. Let's go to Group C, which is one that I think will be the group of death.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so it's Denmark, England, Serbia, Slovenia. I don't think people realize how hard this group is gonna be.
No, it's definitely a pretty tight knit group.
These are teams that can all, in my opinion, cause a lot of trouble to England.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And that being said, amongst each other, there are also teams that are very balanced.
Dude,
Like in
each
terms of
game I
strength.
feel like will be like one goal game.
It's gonna be a banger after banger, I think.
Yeah.
Like whichever game I watch, like Serbia, they have so much talent.
Serbia is so much better than everyone think. And
They're stacked.
I thought they were gonna do so well in the World Cup, but
Yeah.
unfortunately they kind of fell short. Dude, Vlahovic and Mitrovic, just to start off.
Milinkovic,
Yeah.
Savage. There's so many other people that I'm forgetting, but like you get the
Just
point.
that, like, yeah,
There's so
they're a
many
lot
though.
better
Like
than they're a lot
we
better than
barely
people think.
we barely named a few, but yeah, so Denmark too. Denmark are another team that have a lot of young underrated players.
And another
Also,
team that kind of disappointed in the World Cup as well.
yeah, yeah.
So
I
they got
remember,
something to come back on.
I remember what was it, 2018, the World Cup? They did
Mm.
really good, I think.
Yeah, I think they went to like the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Everyone had them like as their dark horse
Hmm.
of the tournament. Now they got Hoyland. They didn't have him before.
And even 2020 for the Euros,
What?
the 20, yeah. They went pretty far, if I remember, when the whole Ericsson situation
Oh,
happened.
right. Yeah, the Euro. For some reason, I'm thinking of the last World Cup. Yeah, they did go far. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ericsson had that scare, obviously. Um, but yeah, they had another good tournament there. So that they'll be looking to bring that back to this competition after that World
And
Cup.
then Slovenia, like they're another underrated
I
team.
don't know too much about Slovenia.
They got quite a bit of players here. Let me look exactly at their team sheet and I'll run down some names for you, but they got some pretty good players. So they got All Black.
Oh, right. He can win
Um
you game by himself.
let's see. In defense, not any like huge names. They got Lovrich in
Do they
midfield.
have Hamsicks?
Hamsik?
Yeah.
No.
Was he even Slovenian
I don't remember.
or was he Slovak?
They got I honestly don't remember. But the big guy that they got up front is Sesko. Benjamin
Oh,
Sesko.
I've
I don't
heard of
know
this
if you
guy.
heard of, yeah. He was on fire in the qualifying and he looks really good for the future, not just for his team, but for any club team that picks him up soon
Hmm.
because he's gonna be good.
Yeah, this is what I love about the international tournaments. It's like it's all the players that you wouldn't expect to show up, but they have like this breakthrough tournament and then they get picked up by a big team. Like Fernandez, for example. Almost no one heard of him before the World Cup, and
Yeah.
then he won like Young Player of the Year, and then Chelsea
Yeah.
bought him for like 500 million. And that's what I love about these tournaments. But yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so as I said, it's gonna be very, very interesting to see who gets through that
Yeah.
group. And
Oh,
I think
and England. We haven't talked about England.
and then yeah, well, I mean, I don't think we need to really say much. They're a great team.
I'll say that they always like to, they I don't know. I think it's Gary's what am I saying? Gary Southgate,
Yeah.
where England always like they're weird, dude. They're like one goal win or like they draw against like Slovenia or something. All the fans panic. They always make it through though somehow, and then maybe they'll make one round and then they're knocked out.
Yeah. And they also like come from a very good qualifying to like being
Always.
mediocre
Yeah.
and then they get it back and then they get knocked out. That's like
Yeah.
their cycle.
That always happens. It's their cycle.
Yeah.
Harry Kane will be looking to do what he does now that he plays in Germany where they're
Hmm.
hosting. Um, any like new player that we haven't, I guess Saka, but he was in the last Euro even.
Yeah.
Foden, he's been around for a little bit. I can't think of any new like English guys. I think they're all pretty much coming back. They're just
Hmm.
looking to run it back again.
Yeah.
Look for it.
Bellingham.
Look for it. Oh, right. Yeah, there you go.
Bellingham
Bellingham.
is
That's the huge addition. Was he in the World Cup?
I don't think so.
I think he was, but he
He
wasn't at a
was?
He played, but he wasn't as big as he was now.
Wow, I don't remember.
Yeah, he definitely was there. You made some reels about him for our TikTok. Not about him,
Oh,
but he was
oh
in
yeah,
some of
yeah,
them.
yeah. I think I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was good, but not the world class player he is now. So that'll be interesting. Him, Kane, Tomori at the back, lad.
Wow. That's gonna be a good team.
Yeah. So another group to look forward to.
Hmm. And then Group D, who you were saying is gonna be the group of death.
Uh, could compete for that title.
Okay, okay. So we got Austria, France, Netherlands, and then the winner of playoff A.
So playoff A is Wales, Finland, Poland, or Estonia.
Okay. I'd love to see either Poland or Wales.
Poland or you, yeah,
That'd be nice.
yeah. So if you had any of those two teams, you said Poland or Wales, right?
Poland or Wales would be nice.
So if you add any of like either of those two teams, that's a pretty good group.
Yeah, I'd say Poland are probably a bit
Yeah,
stronger than Wales.
since Wales don't have Bale,
Yeah, so I'd say put Poland there.
and
And
that's a
yeah, you
pretty
got yourself a nice group.
yeah.
Austria, again, just like we said for Serbia and Denmark and Slovenia, they're a good underrated team.
Underrated teams, yeah.
Netherlands is a good dark horse.
Netherlands are
They
getting a
usually
lot
are.
better. Year after year, Netherlands are getting better. Like I remember 2014, no, not 2014, they were good. Like 2016, 2020, they kind of fell off of it after their loss. They lost like Robin,
Uh,
Snyder, Van Persie, even Van der Sar, I guess you could say. But now they're getting back. They got Van Dijk, De Jong, Depay has had a couple great years. Who else do they have?
Reinders.
Yeah, there you go.
No, like
He was probably
seriously,
gonna
the
play. He's probably gonna play.
during qualifying, the coach for the Netherlands actually said he's gonna be like the starting man in their midfield for the next 10, 15 years.
There you go. So
Yeah.
they're definitely getting better and better, improving. They're a lot more competitive. I think in the last Nations League they went to the final or something. So
Yeah. Yeah.
irrelevant competitions though, right, lads?
Yeah.
Check out our last video.
hmm But yeah, Netherlands are a really good team. They got a lot of very young, promising players. And going back on the Reinders thing,
Hmm.
I usually you know how I am. I'd be like, oh yeah, he's the best player on the whole team. But I know there's like a lot of quality players on that team.
Yeah.
But going back to that interview that the coach said, I was shocked by this because I know he's good. Like I know he's good. I see him all every weekend. He's good, but the coach was like, "Oh, he's going to be our starting midfielder for the next like 10, 15 years and he's the best quality player we have on the team right now." And I was like,
That's some pretty high praise.
yeah, like I was blown away by it because this is his first year on the team.
Yeah.
Like he
How old
literally
is he again? Like 20, 21,
he's like 23, I think.
23? Okay.
So like he literally just got called up for the first time a few months ago.
Hmm.
He played most of the qualifying starting, and now the manager's saying that he's the best quality player they have on the team. And it's like, I know he was good, but I didn't think he was that good, you know? So
maybe okay. I think we might know maybe he's not, but he definitely could be, and maybe it's to help with confidence because
yeah,
maybe because like you said, it's his first year, he might be a little nervous. He might be worried that he doesn't fit in, but
mm,
after you hear that from the coach, you feel
but
pretty
yeah,
confident.
I'd say Netherlands are definitely a very big
Yeah,
underdog
yeah,
because putting Reinders in that team, and I think it's something that I noticed Netherlands were missing for the last few years, especially since like Schneider left. They
yeah,
were missing like that big midfield player that can link up the play.
yeah.
They
Like
never
that.
really had that.
Yeah, a midfielder that can have an influence on the attacking side of things. They had
Because they,
Wijnaldum a couple years ago, but
yeah,
De
not the
Jong, I guess,
same,
but
not
he's
the
kind of
same
balanced.
type.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Definitely not the same. So interesting group so far.
they're a very complete team. So yeah, that's that group. And then we move on to Group E.
Also, I want to
Definitely.
say that France will win Group D.
Oh yeah, didn't talk about France at all. Sorry about that. Yeah, France They're amazing.
Mbappe might win another top goal scorer.
Yeah.
Um,
I think France are always the favorites going into any
they're
competition.
they're just such a wagon. Like
Yeah.
we talked about balanced teams. Like there's one right there. Like superstars in every position, including, the goalkeeper now. I don't think Maignan was he
He
Lloris played in the
wasn't
World
there.
Cup, right?
It was Larry's dude
So
Magnan.
big
This
year for him.
that net will not be scored on, I swear.
People
And
finally see what you're talking about, lad.
dude, this is literally Milan in disguise. I got Magnan, Theo Hernandez, and Giroud. Three of our starting players. It's
Yeah.
insane. Giroud top goal scorer.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, buddy. Over Mbappe,
I don't know. I think they're gonna play both of them.
like in the World Cup.
And in the qualifying, they
Oh,
played
okay.
Giroud with Mbappe. They played Mbappe on the wing, Giroud striker,
Who was
and
the other
Giroud,
wing? Dembele?
I think so. And Giroud got a lot of goals this qualifying. He literally just scored a bicycle kick on the last game of the call. You wouldn't think he's like 37.
Dude, he's actually insane.
Um,
Incredible.
but yeah, let's move on to group E.
Group E.
So
So
we got
yeah, go ahead,
sorry.
read it off. Read it
Okay.
off.
Belgium, Romania, Slovakia, and winner of playoff B. And who is that?
Bosnia, Ukraine, Israel, or Iceland. I'm just gonna say now, this is a snooze group. This is a snooze fest. If I'm being
Yeah,
really honest.
I
I
think
mean,
Belgium's gonna sail through this group.
e even yeah, they probably will just because of like, there's some weaker competition, no offense. But
Yeah,
even Belgium themselves, dude, like
yeah.
they've been poor recently. I don't know
Mhm.
about their qualifying, they probably did really well, but in previous
They
competitions, like
did.
okay, in the last Euro, dude, or sorry, the last World Cup,
That was so bad
they
to see.
didn't even make it out, right? Because it was Morocco and Croatia.
Hmm.
Canada almost beat them, and they didn't win a game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know there was some like in the club drama, and that was a lot of the reason why the coach left, and now he coaches Portugal.
Hmm.
I don't know. I know there's that backstory between De Bruyne and Courtois. You probably know about it, right? So I don't know if that affects them a lot. Courtois injured, maybe. Oh, both of them are injured, Courtois and De Bruyne. So maybe that led to a great qualifying. Your two best players are out, but there's no drama. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
But
another blessing in disguise.
don't count out Slovakia because I think they are a very
Okay.
good team. I'm looking at their team right now. They got Skriniar. They
Mm-hmm.
got do you remember Kuchka?
Kuchka.
He
Is
used to
it
be on
Cucka?
it's Cucka, yeah.
Oh yeah, him. Yep.
He used
I
to be
think he's
on
on.
Milan.
I
Very
think he's on
underrated.
Benfica now.
Yeah.
Oh
And
no, I'm
then
thinking about someone else. I remember who you're talking about. Oh, that guy. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Milan legend in the banter era.
I was gonna say that was when you guys were like terrible.
But he was like one of our shining stars. They got who else do they got? They got a midfielder named Duda.
Heard of him?
I heard a little bit about him. He plays for Verona in the
These
Serie A.
teams, these teams, like these smaller nations, if you heard of their names, that's good.
Yeah, and they got Lobotka, who's really good. He's on Napoli. Um,
Not
and
terrible.
as far as like he's one of Napoli's starting midfielders, so he's pretty good.
Do you know anything about Romania? I feel like they have a couple Serie A
Oh
guys.
yeah, they got Elmas. Elmas is so good. He's on Napoli as well. Pretty
Okay.
much a starter for them.
Napoli love their like wild card nation players.
Yeah,
No, Kvaratskhelia, these two guys
yeah,
that you mentioned.
yeah. No, they got Radu as well. Who
Oh,
he's
right.
okay.
A
He used to
solid
be
player.
on Inter. I don't think he's still there. He's on Bournemouth now.
Was he on Lazio?
Can't say that name. Bournemouth.
Bournemouth?
Bournemouth.
Was he on Lazio for a bit?
Yeah, he
Oh, okay.
was. Then he went to Inter and yeah, and now he's on Bournemouth. Um, who else do they have here? They got Dragozin. He plays for Juve. Um,
Can't say I know him.
he's good. Good young
Okay.
player. Who else?
Trying to
Oh
give this group some light.
yeah, they got Razvan Marin. Marin, he plays on Empoli, very underrated player. He used to play on Cagliari, I think, a few seasons ago. He's one of those players who like plays on small teams for no reason. Like he shouldn't be.
Like Nangolan.
Yeah, like he should be playing on a bigger team. So you got that and then Elmas. And
This Romania team, they might be speaking to each other in Italian at this rate
yeah,
with all these Serie A guys.
a lot of Serie A guys.
It probably means they'll get knocked out of the group.
Okay. All right.
And then other
Um,
than those guys, it's probably going to be Ukraine.
I hope Ukraine go through because they looked like a pretty good team when we
Yeah.
faced them.
And Mudryk seems to like do well with Ukraine, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, lad.
And then the
I don't
final
got much for that group.
we got the final group now.
Yeah.
We got Czech Republic, Portugal, Turkey, and the winner of playoff C. And who would
Oh,
that
that will be Georgia, aka Karatsvelia Merchant.
be? Yeah.
Luxembourg.
Kvaratskhelia FC.
Luxembourg, I don't think they're going anywhere. Greece and Borat's hometown, Kazakhstan.
I'd like to see Greece, you know?
Yeah, like they have a lot of history in these international tournaments, and we haven't seen them for a little time, like quite a little time actually. Like I mentioned earlier, and they're a nation that is usually a staple into these competitions.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would like to see them back. Um, Other than that, like this group, I feel like another one of those type of groups. Not the
hmm
highest of competitions here.
hmm
Um, Turkey, I don't
Um,
think qualified for the last World Cup even. Um,
yeah, no.
I don't even know if they did for the previous Euros. Czech, I think they did previous Euros, but not the World Cup. And then obviously the teams in the playoff we haven't seen in a Euro or a World Cup for several years. Um, that being Greece. And then Portugal, obviously they went undefeated in qualifying. Great team, new coach. They conceded 2 goals in qualifying. Ronaldo looks young again. Um, Bruno Fernandez looks great. Bernardo Silva looks like a Ballon d'Or nominee that he is. Cancelo just traveling crosses into the box.
What a glazer you are.
Just an overall great team, I think.
Okay.
And I'm not even kidding. Like usually I'm pretty scared about us and how well we do in this group, but or sorry, I'm usually pretty like worried about how well we do in international tournaments because we're usually pretty like we like to get stupid, like drawing and kind of like how Italy were. Like
Oh, okay. Okay.
well, no, like they weren't doing like convincing results, if you know what I mean. Like nothing was convincing. Like everything felt like we were clawing our way to get a
Yeah.
point. Now we look a lot better. Like we have some skilled players. Now that our old coach is gone, we have a chance to get better. So yeah, so I think Portugal shouldn't have really much of a problem in this group, given everything I just said, their quality, new coach. Now that that other coach is gone, um, he gave us a few scares. He won us the Euro, but like it's like he didn't know how to use our skilled players. So I'm pretty excited for what they have, Nico.
You know, that's like the same way I feel about how Mancini was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Like I felt the
felt
exact
like
same, like
holding back the team.
and exactly what you said. We had good players and he didn't know how to use them. And even though he won us the Euros, he did
Oh yeah,
not
I
know
guess it is really similar.
he did not know how to use them. And with this new coach, we're playing a lot better. With Spalletti, we're just playing a lot better. And I can see that like he can use the players that he has better, you know?
And for both teams, I think it was due because it's like a new era with the team. Like for
Yeah.
example, Italy, all their defenders are like new. Like they
hmm
had all these world class guys like Barzagli, Chiellini, Bonucci,
All these managers kept
Buffon.
playing all these old Juve players, all old Inter players, and I still have something against Spalletti. Just one thing. I don't know why he keeps playing Acerbi. Like he's old, he's not even good, but whatever. That's the only thing I don't agree with, but I guess I don't know. Maybe it's because Bastoni was injured and he didn't have anyone else to put. Um, but but yeah, looking at this group, If I have to do a final
Yeah,
take on it,
what do you think of this group?
I'd say it's a very hard group. I don't think it's easy. I'm being serious. I don't think it's easy.
Okay.
Turkey have a lot of young underrated players. Let me go look at the team for you.
Oh, Goulet. Forgot about
They got
him.
they got Goulet, they got I don't know
Under.
too much about their goalkeepers, but they got that Soyuncu guy.
Oh, Atletico center back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got Ozan Kabak. He used to play on Liverpool. Um who else do they have? They have Selleck.
They have Under.
They have Under. They have what's his name? Yilmaz. I think I've
Yeah,
heard of.
he's
Um,
striker, right?
yeah.
He's
Who
getting
else?
he's getting old.
Yeah, they have Charanoglu, who's
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry to
Flop.
say, but no, he's class. I don't know if you guys saw his goal from yesterday against Napoli. One of the best goals I've ever seen in my life.
By the way, I haven't seen Barella's goal. I'll look after this episode.
Dude, go look at his goal and go look at Charanoglu's goal. Oh my God. Like Chalanoglu's goal, you know, like when they like volley, they do those like crazy volleys that like they like spin, they do like the outward spin kind of.
Like the
And
spin on
it's
the
like
ball.
no, like it goes like outward, like
Oh, the
into the side
Swaz, the
net. Yeah,
Swaz lad.
kind of, but it's like hovering right above the ground. It like barely
Oh,
moves. Dude,
I love those.
one of the
Satisfying.
cleanest hits I've ever seen. And it was off a bounce too. Like the ball bounced and
Oh,
then he volleyed it. Oh
that's
my
like
God.
that's my dream thing to like hit a half volley just slightly above the ground.
And it was literally the hardest hit shot I've ever seen.
I'll
Go
take a
watch
look
it.
at it.
Like it was insane. When he scored, the commentator was like, "Oh, world class." Like I hate Çalhanoğlu for what he did to Milan, but God, that was great. Um, moving on.
Anyway, yeah.
So yeah, they got him. They got Under, as you said before. And in attack, they also have Yilmaz, and who else?
You said
I think that's it.
Çalhanoğlu.
I think that's it. I think there's a few names on here that aren't here yet, but they will be because sometimes they update the squads.
Mhm.
But
So
yeah,
yeah, they might finish second.
it's a hard group. But yeah, I think Portugal will finish first. And then whoever
And I
gets,
think that's the only thing expected. If you don't finish first,
yeah.
like that's your expectation with this group.
And then I hope Greece gets through as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gets through from the playoffs and is able to play in that group. Also because we get some 2004 vibes. Greece versus Portugal.
I'm surprised you knew about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad still holds the grudge against them to this day.
Don't worry. I always know when Portugal lose.
Anytime Greece are like brought up in an international tournament, my dad's like, Greece, those guys robbed us. Yeah,
Uh,
but I hope they get through because they are like a footballing nation, and it's been a while since they've been in these competitions, so that'll be fun.
yeah.
And
All
then
right.
Czech, I don't know too much other than Petr Cech and Nedved, who are both retired.
Let's see. Shall we just to be
See,
fair
see
with
if there's any
everyone?
recognizable names like how we've been doing through this whole podcast.
Uh,
I feel like they all play in like Switzerland and Denmark.
I know one guy. I've heard his name before. Adam Holzek. He plays for Bayer Leverkusen.
Oh, okay. They're a good team. Dude, Bayer
Yeah.
Leverkusen are a great team this year.
So I assume like he's 21, so I assume he's probably one of their starting strikers.
Hmm.
And since they're doing really good, I assume that he's probably pretty good. So look out for him.
All right.
Yeah.
And that concludes all our groups. Should we go down and like kind of predict who will win the group?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Let's go down.
I'm curious to see what you think.
No. I'm fair. I'm fair. I'm
Oh,
fair. Okay. All right. You want me to start?
sure, lad.
Okay.
We'll take turns each group.
So group A, I'm gonna go Germany.
Okay. I'm gonna agree with you because the host nation for some reason.
I'm tempted to put like Hungary or Switzerland,
Really,
but
I was thinking Switzerland would be my other counterpart.
yeah.
But I think because Germany's hosting it, they got that chip on their shoulder that they want to do better. I feel it. And they have the quality, obviously. So yeah, I agree with
Now
you.
group B, I'm gonna put Spain, but I'm gonna say this. Don't be surprised if
Croatia win the group.
no, don't be surprised if somehow Italy end up winning it because this is the thing that people don't understand about Italy. We like playing under pressure. Like when people tell us like, "Hey, you can't win. There's no way you're gonna win." Just like in the Euros, there's no way. No one thought we were gonna win, and then we proved everyone wrong. So we like playing against the odds, but we don't play good against bad teams. That's just our history. That's
You
just how
you
we are.
I think the right way to say you play to the level of your opponent.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of teams do that, yeah.
Exactly. That's literally how Italy have been throughout their whole history. No matter what team we've had, even when we had like the glory days with all like the big legends, even then we always play to the level of the team we face. It's just how it is.
Just a fact of life.
But yeah, I'm gonna put Spain first just because that makes sense. What about you?
Yeah. Um hmm. Am I crazy if I almost want to put Italy? It's like you said, it's almost like we don't know what to expect, even though let you kind of know what's going on with the team, but like let's be honest, we don't know what to expect because they weren't in the last international competition. We just saw them in qualifying. Like they
Mhm.
could easily win the group. Like
Yeah,
they could get all 9 points.
it's just 3 games.
Yeah,
It's
like
just 3 games.
anything can happen. But I'll go Spain just for the logic, and
Yeah,
so we
it
don't
makes
have.
sense.
Yeah, they got players up and down their lineup.
Yeah.
Definitely not a weak team. But like you said, like don't be surprised if they don't win the group.
I feel like right now the only difference between Italy and Spain is not so much the quality of the players,
Mm.
more the stability in the club because
Yeah,
they're not just coming from sacking their
yeah,
manager and they're not just coming from a bit of uncertainty and two international competitions,
yeah.
missing two
I feel like
international.
there's less pressure on them.
Yeah. There's more
Okay.
pressure on Italy to do good. So
Yeah.
that's the only difference in
Well, to
my
be fair, I think if they came second in the group, you'd be pretty happy, no?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd be
So not like
like
a
ecstatic.
crazy amount of pressure, like they gotta go finals,
No, no.
but pressure in a sense where like this is like they're coming back from the World Cup that they missed, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then group C, I'd say
I'm not saying England.
I'm saying England.
I'm picking either Denmark or Serbia.
Okay.
And I made this mistake in the World Cup when England did win their group, I think. But I just never bet for them. Like it just something always happens.
I wouldn't doubt it, but I'm gonna say Bellingham is just so good. He can
Oh
get
right, dude.
he can get them to win that
Oh,
group.
I forgot about him. Okay, I'm gonna say England.
Oh, okay.
Just from Bellingham, dude.
Dude, he's actually that good.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? Harry Kane is a world-class striker.
Yeah.
Uh they always have their youngsters, Foden, Saka. Madison is having a great year.
They're stacked.
Even Grealish is decent now.
Yeah.
Maguire is having a good year. A good year, it looked like. Maybe their defense is a little. Oh no, you got Tomori in there, but other than that, it's like pretty shaky. Oh, Kyle Walker is there. He's really good. And I
Mm.
guess their goalkeeping is a little bit of a question mark with Ramsdale and Pickford.
Hmm.
But you know what? Yeah, I'll say they win the group.
All right. And then we got group D.
Let's just say Poland for that playoff spot.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll say Poland
They won't
there.
make it now. Watch.
Damn it. Sorry, Polish people. I'll put France, obviously.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was just thinking maybe
Next.
Netherlands. I was thinking maybe Netherlands. You never know. Maybe France might disappoint, but
Yeah.
I'm going with France.
Maybe Netherlands and France draw, but France advance on goal difference because they'll smack the other two teams.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
France.
Group E, I'm putting Belgium.
Belgium. Yeah. That's another walk in up. Like, I don't care. I'm gonna say it's a walk in the park for Belgium. Like,
Mhm.
no other
Like
way to put it.
looking at how they played in the qualifying, they won like by a lot. Every game they won by a lot. They played really good. Lukaku is on fire again.
Yeah. Doku looks really good.
So like just Lukaku playing good again is gonna be very big for them.
Because when Lukaku was going, he was going. Like,
Yeah.
best striker in the world, you could almost say.
Yeah.
So he just needs to find that form and stop stopping his own, like, stop stopping his teammates from scoring.
But yeah, Roma definitely rejuvenated him. I think he's
Dude,
another
Roma
player.
are fifth now.
Yeah.
Remember when they were like sucking
No,
the
they're
bag?
they're they're actually fourth now.
Oh wow, there you go.
Yeah. They passed Napoli. So yeah, Lukaku's doing good.
There you go.
And then Group F,
Go, I
I'd
dare you to say something stupid.
I'd say Greece, and then your dad throws a tantrum.
Oh man, and
I will.
they're not even in yet. Pretty
I'll
bold
put I'll
statement.
put Greece to go through to the group, but I'm gonna say Portugal's gonna
Yeah,
win.
I
Yeah.
think they're just the quality of their player. They're just on a different level from the other teams. Portugal don't even have to play well, and I think they'll make it by. Um, yeah, lad. Pretty
Yeah.
straightforward predictions there.
Yeah.
Let's you got anything else to say? If not,
No, I think that's everything. I think we covered pretty much everything we needed to cover today. It
fun little
was
episode.
it was a great episode. I don't know
Yeah,
about you, but I think that was a really nice episode to do.
I
And I think
enjoyed
it's
it.
mainly just because we're really both excited about this tournament. I
Yeah.
really, like I said before, I can't wait till the summer.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it's quite a long time since we'll see this tournament
Yeah.
because it's December. But yeah, it's pretty exciting to see like the group draw. A lot of people forgot about the group draw. I thought it was supposed to happen the next week, so it was a pretty big like surprise,
Mhm.
which was fun. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't wait for this tournament.
Yeah. All right. All right. That pretty much does it. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode. This is episode 16. Getting up there, no, Andre?
And also, we got how many followers, lad?
Yeah, we just reached 200 followers on Instagram. So I know that probably sounds like nothing, but to
For
us,
us, it means the world.
it's yeah, it's been a struggle to get to 200, and we appreciate every one of our followers. So thank you for following us, and keep following us through our journey.
It's only
Um,
gonna get better.
yeah, I'm gonna start crying now.
We're
Uh,
we're looking to. I think we've already mentioned this before, but we're looking to get out some apparel.
yeah, yeah, that's
Um,
in the works.
it'll start off as just our own apparel, but eventually, if you guys are interested, you can DM us, and we'll look for a way to get you guys some stuff. Any other stuff we need to talk about? News? This upcoming winter, we might get a couple interviews out,
Mm-hmm.
or at
Mm-hmm.
least we'll get a
Mainly
couple done and maybe save them for later. We'll see.
mainly hockey orientated,
Yeah, we'll
but
we'll, we'll find some other ones because I don't think we've done a soccer interview yet. So
no.
we'll look up. We'll try and get one for that. Uh, can't think of any other news, so you can
Oh,
continue.
I have something that might be interesting.
All right, how can we
Put
forget
out.
about this? Okay, you want to mention it now?
Sure. All
Okay,
right.
you can do the
We'll
honors.
we'll give a little sneak peek for whoever gets this far into the episode. You guys are gonna get into some serious news here. So pretty much what me and Andre were thinking of doing for our account is, as everyone who knows, we have the Prime Sports Instagram account, and we post all of our content there, with whether it's soccer, hockey, basketball, whatever sport we follow. Um, but now we're looking to maybe start accounts specific to each sport. We think it's just way better, and people can follow us for exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah, for the sport that they like.
I feel like it's just way easier, and it's more organized, and you can, I don't know, you can follow exactly what you're looking for instead of following a page that posts things that you don't care about,
If you're a soccer fan, you don't want to see who signed with the Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah. So we're branching out, and I feel like it's gonna be a lot better for us as an account and as a business, and it's gonna really improve our following and our interactions and all that
Publicity
stuff
in
that you
general, I
guys
think.
don't care about, but things that we have to look for. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, and look out for that. We'll probably post it everywhere when it actually gets
Yeah,
done.
you can't miss it. Very
Yeah.
well said, lad. Very well said.
Yeah. All right. So it's been another episode. As I said before, we kind of got sidetracked. Thanks for listening, everyone, and catch us in the next one.
Yeah, thank you.